worship you. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Whoa, waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, healing every heart. I worship you, I worship you. Oh, waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Whoa, waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, turning lives around. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, mending every heart. I worship you, I worship you. Oh, waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Whoa, waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Whoa. Whoa. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Sing it loud now. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Whoa, waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. That is who you are. That is who you
During Passover, many people came to Jerusalem to worship at the temple. They would bring animals with them to sacrifice to God. They did this to ask forgiveness for their sins. Some of the temple officials were dishonest and greedy and saw a great business opportunity. They decided to start selling animals and many other things so they could make a lot of money. The temple became more like a flea market than a house of God. Jesus also celebrated the Passover and went to the temple with his disciples. When he saw how people were turning God's house into a marketplace, he became very angry and sad. The temple was supposed to be a place where God was worshipped, a place where people could pray to God. Instead, these people made a mockery of it. Jesus, filled with righteous anger, decided to put an end to it. He made himself a short whip, perfect for driving stubborn animals, and went inside to clear out all the animals and shopkeepers. Once inside, he grabbed tables and flipped them over. He kicked over benches and tossed aside stools. He freed the doves and set the goats and sheep free. The money changers and merchants were outraged. "What in the world are you doing? Who gave you the right to do this?" they shouted in anger. "Get out!" Jesus shouted. "Don't turn my Father's house into a den of thieves," he said. Some of the merchants were furious at Jesus and could not wait to get rid of him. Jesus knew that they had wicked hearts and that they did not serve God. He wanted to teach them a lesson. When the people saw this, they were very surprised. Who is this Jesus? With what authority does he do these things? They said. So many of the lame and sick people came to Jesus, and he healed them. When the priests and scribes saw this, they were jealous and mad. Jesus was not afraid of them. He continued to do God's work, telling people about God's love and doing many miracles.
Hi there, little chicken nuggets. It's me, Carl.
And I'm Andy, and welcome to Grow TV.
Hi, welcome.
Welcome to Grow TV, hosted by Carl, where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now once again, welcome to Grow TV.
So Carl, guess what I did today?
You became a licensed therapist.
Nope.
You became the #1 artist on country music charts.
Nope.
Did you... Wait. No.
What?
There's no way! You couldn't have.
What?
Did you undergo surgery to replace your human heart with a tortoise heart so you could live twice as long?
Yes I did.
What? Are you serious?
No. I did something almost just as cool. I got us a plan.
What? Like a fern?
No, not a plant, a plan. And it's plans to build something extremely cool. The biggest paper airplane to ever exist.
What? You know the thing I love more than airplanes is paper. This is great. So what do we have to do?
Well, like I said, I have the plans right here. So all we have to do is follow the plans perfectly, and then voila, we have the perfect paper airplane.
Seriously? That's it? Let's look at the plans. All right.
There it is, right? It's just right in here, right in here. Here we go. Anywhere.
That's a lot of plans.
Right there. It's not that big, right?
Wow. Is that all?
Yep.
All right, well, it kind of looks a little confusing, but I guess we can give it a shot.
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna say it. This is kind of weird paper airplane.
Now I don't think this is what it's supposed to look like.
I know that, Andy.
Maybe we should try it again.
There's no point. This plane is junk. Why can't my life be more like Jesus?
What do you mean by that?
Well, Jesus never had planes fall through like this.
Well, that's not true. Do you remember the story about Jesus getting angry in the temple?
It sounds familiar. What happened?
Well, Jesus was going to Jerusalem to go to the temple, and he found out people weren't sticking to the plan.
Wait, whose plan?
God's.
Oh, what were they doing?
Oh, where they were exchanging money and they were selling animals.
Well, was that bad?
Well, not technically, but they were doing it in the temple, which means they should have been celebrating the Passover instead.
All right, hold on. You lost me. Passover?
It was a time where all the Jewish people would come together in the temple and they would celebrate the time and remember the time that God delivered all the Israelites out of Egypt.
Oh, got it. So them selling and exchanging things on the Passover wasn't part of the plan, or God's plan.
Exactly, and when Jesus got really upset, he started to turn over the tables and tell everyone to leave. But some of the people were wondering why Jesus even thought he had the authority to tell them to leave.
Oh, good. Question the Son of God. That's a good move.
So Jesus told them that he would destroy the temple and then rebuild it 3 days later. A lot of people got confused when he said that.
I can imagine. I know he's like Jesus and everything, but building that temple in that short time? I mean, that'll at least take, I don't know, 7 to 10 business days?
Well, it actually took them 46 years to build the temple, but that's not the point Jesus was trying to make. Jesus was trying to tell them that he was the plan going forward, that their old plans weren't what they should be trusting in.
Well, what old plans?
The ones where they try to fix all of the brokenness on their own. When Jesus said he was going to rebuild the temple in 3 days, he was talking about himself. He said he had the power to bring himself back to life after 3 days, and his life would bring everyone else life.
Wow, so Jesus was talking about his life would be exchanged for ours the whole time.
Yes, and to put it simply, Jesus was hinting at God's big plan.
Wait, so Jesus dying for our sins was God's plan?
Sure was. It was the only way we could receive forgiveness and repair our relationship with God.
Holy moly, that's wild. So I guess God's plan did work out the way it was supposed to, unlike our paper airplane.
Exactly, and that's why I wanted to tell you this story. God's plan never fails.
Like Jesus, right?
What?
Like God's plan never failed for Jesus, but for others it might fail sometimes, right?
No, God has a specific and unique plan for each and every person out there, and it's better than any plan we could ever make for ourselves.
So God's plan is nothing like the paper airplane plan.
Nothing. God's plan is perfect.
Wow! Speaking of perfect, that's our big idea!
What?
Today's big idea is God's plans are perfect.
So let's say it out loud on the count of 3. 1,
2,
3.
God's plans are perfect! Yeah, they sure are. God has a perfect plan. It is perfecto. That is Spanish for perfect.
Yep.
Bilingual.
Yay.
See.
So I'm really sorry I got your hopes up about the airplane plans. I really thought it would be, cool. It just was confusing.
No worries. I couldn't understand it either.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
What?
Oh no.
What?
It was upside down the whole time!
Oh.
We are foolish.
Okay. Well,
You led me astray.
see you next week, kids. Sorry. I apologize.
fine,
I
it's
didn't
fine.
know.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Road Here.